What they say is true. It ain't summer till Joe Nolan says it is.
Oh, yeah. Before we start, I need to say thank you. I came very close to not being here anymore a few weeks ago. My diabetes went crazy and nearly shut down my kidney. The doctors told my wife to gather the family, and I was in critical condition. Luckily enough, the quick work of the Seaside Heights Rescue Squad and police, they got me to Community Medical Center, and the doctors and nurses worked their skills to bring me back. The doctors and nurses in the emergency room and the ICU were amazing, and I am here today. Also, my sons Bradley and Connor, who saw things no child, no matter how old, should ever see their parent go through. I was never prouder of both of them. No longer kids, but men, husbands, and fathers. And finally, my wife, Marianne. She has had to live with this for years now, but nothing that happened a few weeks ago. She has dealt with the aftermath and recovery like a champion. She's been the perfect nurse and wife. Marianne is my partner and my soulmate, and we still have oceans of time. There's no place I would rather be than on this island with my teenage dream, and I'm not going anywhere. One more thank you to our friends and family, and all of you as well, my radio family. Rochelle and Kermit came to the hospital that night, and that's something I will never forget. And all our friends from the Yacht Club and here on our island, you've all rallied around us, and we are eternally grateful. It was July 1968. My first real memory of the Jersey Shore, the Avon Inn right on the ocean. Every summer, my parents would stay there for 2 weeks. My grandparents had an apartment in Belmar right across the bridge. Poppy was the chief of police in Jersey City, so getting away was a big deal. I can remember him throwing me into the pool and buying me sand toys on the Avon Boardwalk. My other grandmother was always in Spring Lake. This particular summer, she rented a house instead of staying at the Essex in Sussex. My cousins had to come down for a few days, and I remember walking into the house that they rented, and on the TV was Cousin Brucey and Little Miss America pageant from Palisades Park. Being the only boy in the room, I wanted to watch anything else. Fast forward to 1975, again the Avon Inn. It was the year between junior and senior year at Holy Trinity High School in Westfield. My parents got me my own room, and, well, game on. My friends Kevin, Billy, and Bobby came down to hang out. One of us was 18 and was able to buy 2 6-packs of Schlitz. We went to the beach. We stayed there after dark, drank beer, ended up staying out all night. It was the first time for me that I really thought my dad, though, was going to go crazy, but he never said a word. That fall, my life would change forever. In October 1975, I met this freshman girl who I thought was the prettiest girl I ever seen. She introduced me to another world, this far-off place called Ocean County. Lavalette, Ocean Beach, Seaside Heights were all new to me. Until I met Marianne, I don't think I was ever south of Exit 100. That time was magic. Once it got warm, every chance we had, we would jump in the Mustang and head south. Most of the time to Seaside. We would lay on the beach until it was time to drive home. It was Seaside on senior cut day, after the prom and after graduation. That summer, sailing on her brother's sailboat, floating in a truck tire out on the bay, walking on the beach at night, going to the Ocean Beach Dairy Queen, and walking on the beach at sunset and maybe a little later. She was then and still is my beach baby. And who knew 50 years ago what life had in store? We live in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, and we love taking our grandkids to the boardwalk just like we did. After that summer, more would follow, places like the Stone Pony. Mary's Husband's Pub, the Royal Manor, the Headliner, the Chatterbox, Bar A, Joey Harrison's, breakfast at 3 a.m. at Pat's Diner and Kelly's for corned beef. Bands like Home, the Nerds, and the Party Dolls, just to name a few. That was just my Jersey Shore story, but I'm sure yours is different, but not really. That's the thing about the Jersey Shore. We all have stories, precious memories of friends, loved ones, cars, high school girls and boyfriends. We had endless summer nights watching the sun come up, staying out all night, walking the boards, playing games, boardwalk food, lots of beer, and never realizing that our parents were worried sick. Down the shore, one thing we're all united about. We argue about Taylor Ham or pork roll, whether Central Jersey exists, Seton Hall and Rutgers, Devils and Rangers, Giants and Jets, but everybody loves someplace on the Jersey Shore. Sandy Hook, Long Branch, Asbury Park, Belmar, Seagirt, Point Pleasant, Bayhead, Chadwick, Ocean Beach, Lavalette, Seaside Heights, and LBI. We all have our spot. Some stay the summer, others for a week or day trips. You might own a house, rent one for a couple of weeks, or stay in a hotel. 130 miles of sand from the Hook to the Cape. It's all ours, and what we do, it's in our DNA. We are New Jersey. All of our trips down the shore started with a school bell rang. At the end of the day, you and your girlfriend jumped in your ride. She changed in the back into her bikini, and you never snuck a peek in the rearview mirror. She would climb back in front, feet out the window, the radio blasting on 77 WABC or PLJ or 99X. Later, it was still PLJ and now Z100. The DJs were Dan Ingram, Bruce Morrow, Pat St. John, Elvis Duran, and Michael Scott Shannon. We listened to everything from Kiss to the Eagles to Elton John. But in all my years, nothing says summer like the Jersey Shore than this. It's time to turn up your radio. Whether you went to Holy Trinity, Roselle Catholic, Mount Olive, Mount St. Mary's, Central Regional, Westfield, or Immaculata, it's summer 2026, and Bruce is on your radio.
Yeah.